but some personnel are not doing their job.
And that's something that the ministry in charge, we are talking on public health, needs to delve into to make sure such excesses and such terrible behavioral changes are being kicked out from the various hospitals and health facilities we find ourselves in the country. Away from that, we talk something else now. With Cameroon Echoes, the paper from Dian Division of William Dibaitwe says at Dian 1 Joint Section Conference of the CPDM Political Party anniversary, talks of CPDM militants guarantee support for BIA for 2025 presidential elections. They just celebrated their 39th anniversary yesterday, Sunday, across the nation and beyond the shores of Cameroon.
It is their political right to call for BIA, their party chairperson, to go in for another term. Firstly, it surprises me because I understand that the CPDM party has BIA as a natural candidate. Now, it would depend on Cameroonians to have him as a natural president. So, for the party, it is their political right. They have every right. Every political party have only this objective, to seize power, to ensure that their objectives and what the state requires should be managed by them. So this is where the people of Dian, perhaps young people likewise, not only the old, came out massively and placed a call, especially when I talk about massively, militants of the said party. They came out, they have placed a call that Paul Biya Bivoundo Bartholomew, the head of state of the Republic of Cameroon, should take another mandate. We cannot say that they do not have the right. All we can say is they have every right.
Yeah.
Within the ambit of the Constitution, the person we are calling, if he is capable, then he should take it. If he is not capable, I have no right to say that he should not enjoy his right, because I have right to vote and be voted for.
Sure.
Is against the Constitution of the country. Whether the MPs were about electing it or taking it to be a choice or not, the first thing the Constitutional Court drew the attention of the president was, this is wrong. The second thing is, the young persons did not stay in their houses. Why on the street? To change the direction of the water. We are going, by the pressure we will mount, and we are going to man the ballot boxes and ensure that this young man, Basiru,
and their votes are being counted, and
good.
It matters.
It does matter.
We take, for instance, let's look at the Senegal example. Those elections took place last Sunday, right?
Yes.
It took place last Sunday.
And we are getting results.
It was barely 24 hours.
We are getting results.
Senegal voters registration and the country's population outnumbers us. Yeah. So my problem here is, let's focus on the frequency in which these elections were being carried out and results being released. Within us Cameroonians, when we have about 5 million voters or 5 million persons who register, it's going to take like a month and a month for results to be made public. So does Senegal example some other democracies
as a matter of fact, of course, which is the fact, the West African country,
you see the gentleman,
that's a young man,
44 years old.
That's a young man. He's only 44 years old.
And quite young.
Quite young.
The kind of breed of leaders we need.
Yes. And what is quite interesting is, this guy, Basiru, says, I am going to deconstruct the mind that the CFR should be the currency in my country.
You can imagine.
So you can understand what exactly the gentleman is up to. Yeah. Now, this is what we call taking the people who manipulate the Constitution to make him eligible for another term. But the young people could not tolerate that. The young people did not tolerate that. The young people did not sleep on their laurels. The young people did not actually stay in their homes yet. They went out massively. They had registered massively. They went out massively. And they seized the ballot boxes by casting their vote in numbers and today. Pending the official result, he is said to be the one leading, though the MP, whatever military, whatever force, whatever bullet, whatever military is on the streets of Dakar and other streets, all they care is they want to celebrate the person whom they have identified the winner of their elections. This is what we say: you mount pressure, you protect your vote, you stay with your vote, you ensure that no one intimidates you when you cast your vote. You ensure that no one causes you to feel timid when you have casted your vote. And you have to protect it. This is what we call protecting your vote. And I want to tell you something. The young persons in Senegal, the young people on the street of Dakar who are currently celebrating, they are not celebrating because they are falsifying the result. They are celebrating because the results that are coming out from the largest polling stations in the country
reflects the ambitions.
And the young man resonates. He is someone who wants to give the young people what they deserve. So they are left with no choice but to come out massively. And I want to go behind this to speak to young Cameroonians, to speak to Cameroonians who are age 50 and 20, which are the eligible age to vote in Cameroon. I tell you the truth, 2025 is not going to be the same. Okay. President Biya has the right to contest. It is his constitutional right. The law in the country says until when there is a medical report that he is not fit to rule the country, then we would think otherwise. The law in the country says if he stays out of the country and does not return within a specific period, then we have the right. The law in the country says we have the right to vote. And because of this right that we have to vote, people have political, social, and economic right, cultural right, and many other rights. And Biya and his militants have decided that they will uphold their political right. If you care, cede yours to them. But remember, they will not cede theirs to you. Sure. So it is better for us to enjoy our right. For those who think that to vote is a crime, it is an appeal. It will not be easy in 2025. So do not continue subjecting the people in pain and torture because you think they have no political right. They have a choice. Self-determination is a choice as you are upholding it, and their own choice of militating also is a right. All right. So allow them enjoy this right.
All right. Look, as we move away from the Senegal example to talk something else, we come back to Limbe, to Cameroon, this time around Limbe, with the Advocates. The Advocates newspaper of Tabetang and Obika for this morning says Lola Project team lights up Limbe again. This is an engagement of a non-profit organization who deem it necessary for the streets of some towns and cities in the country. Precisely that this time around was that of Limbe, the Lola team project who came up with this engagement of giving solar powered bulbs for streets lightening across the city of Limbe, the town of Limbe.
It's a wonderful move by the non-profit organization. It is a good thing to light up streets. I think it is often referred to as an assistance to local government. Yeah. I want to go behind this to call on the city mayor, Ponje. Yes, yes. Yeah. To get grip of these people so we can continuously have a brighter street in Limbe. And this should not come as a substitute responsibility. Okay. This has not come to take away some people's responsibility because most often we are quick to go behind things like this and forget about our responsibility. The decentralization bill or the decentralization law empowers mayors, city mayors, regional councils to make better the lives of their people. So the Lula project should not substitute your duty of Boya. If it's possible, if they have a memorandum of understanding with the Limbe City Council. Please, you may want to extend it to the Buea Council
and some other parts.
And some other parts, so we too can enjoy this. Because if you look at our streets today, the number of crimes committed because of the nature of our streets, especially at night, when it's now nightfall, it's very difficult. There are certain ends where I do not have the courage to walk about it. And why not call on these persons to keep on doing what they are doing? They are doing their best, and my worry in this is we should not give our responsibility to these people. They are only coming to support us. We should not say that Lula did not light up other streets and that is why they are in darkness. Because Lula is actually lighting the streets that her funding can reach. She's lighting up the streets which her project had earmarked. So we should not substitute Lula to be the ones to light up our street. But I think it's a wonderful idea generally, not the way they used to be.
All right.
We used to have street bulbs. We don't longer have them.
After vandalism, according to the mayor of Buea.
Yeah, but
vandalism from the community, who most of them are actually vandalized the street lights that
I have two things to say. One is to the community. This is not for the mayor. This is not, the mayor is a steward. Okay, your employee has made available bulbs for you because of these things. Yes, your employee has made available bulbs for you to light up your streets. Now, so you have two things to do. One is to ensure that you protect it, and the one is you should ensure that no one comes without you informing. And you know, the protection in this case is you will not use physical force, but you should put up report mechanism or reporting mechanism where when you identify someone, don't keep that person because he or she is related to you in one way or another within your neighborhood. Speak out. We should apprehend such people and call them to order. The other thing is, there are places where these bulbs have not been vandalized. They are dead. The council need to replace them. It is not in every area where these bulbs have been destroyed, have been vandalized. No, in some areas the bulbs are bad. In some areas the holders are bad. In some areas the windy rain, the torrential rain that comes sometimes causes some of the poles to fall off. So these are the responsibility. They have to fix them.
We'll move away from the lightening of some streets.
If you look at the farmers today who are now smiling, if you look at the way people manage their farms today, I think the seedlings being given by Soweto is helping a lot. It's helping a great deal. If you look at also the especially cocoa, which today a young woman told me, if you're not a cocoa farmer, we can't be friends.
You can imagine, due to
the price,
the expensive nature of a kilogram of cocoa.
Which is now 5.5 or something.
Really? I thought it was, last time I checked, it was 40 something. That's amazing.
You should know what they do. You should feel what they do. You should have access to this information. Unlike when you have to meet someone in the office who is going to explain to you. But on a day like this, all the different departments, they come out, they speak to the people, they tell the people what they have been doing, they tell the people what they do. They ensure that the people know exactly what they are doing, why you have to plant this crop, why you should not plant at this hour, why you need to consider this management procedure, and so on and so on. So it's a wonderful time. It's a wonderful time. I would have loved to, why not be there, but I couldn't.
Due to some other
yes, I couldn't, because myself, I'm increasingly becoming interested in farming.
Agriculture is good.
Yes, as we speak, Our those are faring. I want that life too.
Of course,
it's
a good
yeah.
initiative, and
yeah.
it's a good lifestyle. Lucas, let's pack. We cannot go without some visiting our international tabloids. We talk on the Daily Telegraph. The Daily Telegraph for this morning says China and Russia behind the slur on Kate Middleton. That was the British royal, the Princess of Wales from the UK, regarding her ailment. She posted a picture some days ago of herself, but fact checkers say no, this picture has been edited, that this one was taken some, you have tampered with it. Now the Brits are now saying China and Russia were behind behind Kate Middleton, according to the Daily Telegraph.
Yeah, in a nutshell, they are saying that the photo was edited by these people to portray.
Not by Kate herself.
Yes.
To portray herself that she's well and
yes.
quite visible.
Yes. So they think that at a particular point, she is not what she claims.
Yes. That she's been fake.
Mm-hmm. Well, as it is, we all know, Hilary.
Yeah.
We have the different apps on the net.
Yeah.
On our different
devices.
I think I wrote it somewhere on my Facebook page that no matter what you do, be careful not to hide your real self, because it causes problems, right?
Sure.
And this is Kate. Someone feels like, hey, Kate, this is placed a call, Someone must have placed a call that, hey, that's not Kate.
Yeah.
We know how Kate looks like, because she doesn't live in an island. She lives with people.
Sure.
And it suffices. And when it comes to the British monarch, they don't play with any royal member.
Yeah.
If you are not fit, they let the public know. We saw the case with King
Charles.
Even
with the late Queen Elizabeth.
We were told that he was diagnosed
of cancer.
Okay? And it is only normal.
Same thing with Kate too.
Good. So, they are troubled. And you can't hide that. They are troubled and you can't hide that. So it's only normal. Notwithstanding, I don't think the Brits should be looking at Russia and China.
That's my problem. Why are they always looking at Russia and
No. These are arch rivals, right? These are arch rivals.
Because same thing with Americans.
Good.
The last presidential elections, they said was tampered with by Russia and China.
No. Russia and China are the two persons in the world, if you were to qualify them to be people, they are the two persons in the world whom the West finds a place to lay blame. Okay? If it's going, they will tell you that it is by their making.
By us.
If it's not going right,
Russia
these two persons got in, and so things are not the way they ought to be. Notwithstanding, no one should have doubt. If Kate is actually suffering today from cancer, it's normal. Okay? Why is it normal? When you are sick, you can't have the same
physique.
No, it's not possible.
Okay.
Yes, it's not possible. So your physiology eventually changes. I mean, everything about you will change.
Yeah.
So you can't be the same. Howbeit, it is not only in this country that we see things like this. We have had the same in Cameroon. We have had several persons in Cameroon who are not the way they are, but when you look at their picture, they tell you that they are something else. So it's not strange. It's not strange.
All right, Lucas, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for coming.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure being here always.
All right. Hopefully, we'll be seeing you in the days ahead.
Yeah, by the grace of God, we will. I want to take this singular appeal that the Minister of Justice,
Laurent
Iso, says the court should ensure that children should have birth certificates. He has specified a certain period that they should have this birth certificate. I think it is principally because children who want to sit for first school and other exams do not have this said document. And the process is in the court. But there is another problem. We were told that forms were not available. So besides the court's decision as concerning this, we know that other institutions are involved in the production of this said document. So I want to appeal to parents that if you had submitted some documents, because there was a time we collected data for children who do not have birth certificate, and we could not proceed with the process because there were no forms. Severally, we had gone to the council and we were told that there were no forms. The National Civil Status...
It's a nationwide problem.
Yes, BNEC itself had told us that there were no forms. So we could not do otherwise. And so the minister is now coming with this ministerial decision. So we are hoping that the respective bodies in charge will respect it. And I also want to say this as concerning ID cards, please.
Okay.
Yes, Martin Barangangele, an employee to Cameroonians, the police boss, says persons without or persons whose ID card have expired, they should allow them work.
Yeah.
We still have unscrupulous police and gendarmes who still go about, and these persons are eligible to go to banks. So banks should not prevent these people.
No, that has been taken.
It is important.
Yeah.
And unscrupulous policemen on the road who still want to collect money from people, be careful.
But Lucas,
the human right eye is on you.
There is a toll-free number.